If you're struggling with tinnitus, trust me, you're not alone. I've been dealing with tinnitus now for about 5 or 6 years, and I've had my highs and lows with it really. It's been a long journey, and basically, after it started, I had that kind of, I'm sure you've experienced this as well. You have this kind of general state of dread, and when you get told, oh my God, it's for life, things just you just really get in this state of existentialism, and you don't see the point in going on, and how can I live like this the rest of my life? You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem feasible. So I'm just making this video to show you, like, and just inspire you that, trust me, tinnitus is not for life. In my journey, I've got my tinnitus from a 7, a really high pitched ringing, down to about a 2, where it's just honestly like only when I'm sleeping or something like that in a deadly quiet room does it bother me. And this was about 2, 3 years ago. And how I did this was through applying a guy called Liam Boehm's advice. His name on YouTube is Liam Stops Tinnitus, and he has a course called Stop Tinnitus Now, or Silence, I think it's called. Please check that out. I'll leave some links down below. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. Trust me, I just want to help you. This helped me massively, so please check Liam Boehm out. So, what happened after I got it to a 2? So I got it right down to about a 2 or 3, sometimes a 4 on most days, right? And basically I just accepted it, and I was like, okay, that's enough for me. And I'd done a lot. I was getting more sunlight, I was blocking blue light, I was eating a lot more red meat, I'd been doing intermittent fasting, I was looking out for mold, and made sure I was never in moldy environments, just outside a lot more. Cut out a lot of foods that I knew were just bad for me, minimized carbs, but I never got to the point of being full carnivore at this time. I'm very close now. I think I'm on the precipice of it, so wish me luck. Um, but yeah, so I got to that point and I just kind of accepted it, and I was like, okay, this is fine. I can deal with this. Now I'll just habituate, I guess. And I never wanted it to be like that. I always knew that I could get it to silence. Um, but what happened is about 3 months ago, I had a big spike because I'd been going on this like bodybuilding diet. So I stopped doing intermittent fasting. I stopped eating the way I was eating. I'd always eat carnivore in the morning. So I'd never eat carbs in the morning. The only time I would eat carbs would be in the evening, and that would be it. And I'd only eat twice a day, so 2 meals. But I went on this like bodybuilding diet, and it really messed me up. The first thing that happened was my energy just fell off a cliff because I was eating so often. My food, I just had to digest so much more often. And obviously, digestion's a really energy intensive task for the body. So it kicked up a fuss. And then I got the warning sign again. I didn't learn from my past mistakes, and now tinnitus is back, big time, and it stayed back about a 5 or a 6, and I've now got it back down to about a 3. And what I want to share is, and the title of this video is, the single greatest mindset needed for success when healing tinnitus. And in my opinion, it's simply maintaining equilibrium. You don't want these peaks and troughs and ups and downs, and tinnitus is like that. It just is, and it's related to our lifestyle for sure. And no matter what, you're going to experience these spikes and these random moments, but if you can learn to just kind of weather the storm, this will take you so far. And I just want to further explain maintaining equilibrium, okay? So what do I mean? I really mean emotional and just general mental state maintenance. So this is very similar to, it's basically just learning how to deal with the emotional ups and downs of life, and the inevitability of things going wrong and things going right even. You need to be ready for things going right as well. And you need to just be like, okay, just relaxed attitude, just like, oh cool, nice. Oh, something went bad, cool, no worries. Someone went good, yep, no worries. I know I'm on the right path, so that's fine. And you just want to catch yourself in these moments where you'd normally let your emotions just bubble up and take over, you know? Most people can maintain their discipline and their willpower for a while, maybe 2 weeks, you know, you get some good momentum going, but inevitably your emotions raise and you just have this backswing and it feels like a obstacle that's just you can't overcome it. It just seems like it's just there, you know? What can you do? Um and what this is like when it feels impossible to do the good thing, right? So you've been eating carnivore for a while and you've been doing all this, you've been following Liam Boehm's advice to the T, and then you have this day where and you know you're feeling great about it, and then inevitably you have this next day where it's like, okay, now I've just woken up and I really don't feel like getting in that cold shower or something like that. Or I really don't feel like going and putting my feet on grass for 10 minutes. It can be something really small, you know? I'm just going to have that bit of chocolate. And it's like going from walking in a park and smelling the roses, you know, just taking your time, super happy, and everything's just easy, easy breezy, to there being this lion and a gorilla and a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex standing over you, just like, don't think so, mate. Like, if you want to do that good habit, you're gonna have to get through us. And there's also this other guy trying to pawn you off and trying to sell you on these bad habits, trying to sell you the dream of eating the chocolate. Just think about how good it would be, you know? So how do we avoid this? You know, how do we avoid this shift of mental state and just find that middle ground? I would look at this as kind of like the Tao. It's like the middle part of the yin and the yang. So you've got the black, the white, and as you'll see, the black and the white always have a kernel of the opposite color in them. They're not 100% pure, and then there's the line in the middle. This is the path that we want to follow. Um, so I like this as it applies to universal law as well. So I think of this in terms of like the Kabbalion, and you've got the principle of rhythm, which is simply the pendulum will swing no matter what. But what we want is to try and get it here. So then we've got this tiny swing in the middle rather than these humongous swings up and down. Because no matter what, we're not getting rid of it. But if we notice we're going this way, we need to fight back and get it to come back to the middle. And this is very tough, you know. The peaks and troughs of life it's tough to navigate. We need to start doing some mental gymnastics. This comes down to a variety of things. I would say building strong routine is super great for this. So if you just do the same thing every morning and you have this really long routine, you know, if you can get up early, say like 6 a.m. I'll talk you through my routine, okay? So I get up 6 a.m. and then I'll go and have a shower, hot shower, okay? I don't do cold showers right now because it's freezing in Scotland. Give me a break. I'll get back to them, I promise. And then I'll go downstairs and instantly just yoga straight away. And then I get that tinnitus relief off the bat right in the morning because I do that. What do you call it? Forward fold. That always is really nice for me. And you get some spinal decompression when you lift up from the forward fold. I always get a complete change in my ears, and it goes high, and then it really goes low, like super low to a 1. It changes sound, everything. Then I'll meditate. Then I'll go out for my morning walk and get the sunrise. And then when I come back in, it's like, what a start to the day, you know? It feels so much easier to continue now. And I'm not getting in these emotional states during this time. I just want to make sure that that is known. I'm trying to just maintain equilibrium, you know? If something goes good, I'm like, okay, no worries. Great. You know? So this also comes down to stoicism, and this will help you massively. If you want to learn how to regulate your emotional side and your mental goings on just day to day, stoicism. read Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. I've got a great little book there that's a lot more accessible than most of the Stoic works. So the Stoics were like in the Greek and Roman times, and it's tough to read, but it's very rewarding. But I've got a little book there by a guy called John Sellers, and it's just Lessons in Stoicism, I believe it's called. And this is like a foundational, just introduction to Stoicism, very easy. But it's essentially just controlling your emotions. Um, and the most successful Roman emperor of all time, one of them was Marcus Aurelius, and he was probably the most well-known Stoic. And his writings in the Meditations are just phenomenal that we have access to that, and you have access to that. Please make like good use of it. um, you need to learn to sit in the eye of the storm. While everything else, this turmoil is going on about you, you need to sit there and you don't care. You don't give a fuck what's going on around you, even if it's positive. I know it sounds messed up, but you don't really want to experience these massive emotional highs because they will come back. And this is a law of life. I'm telling you. And when you learn to achieve and maintain this kind of emotional, spiritual, mental equilibrium, you can use meditation as a practice, taking walks in nature, all of the good dopamine habits. You want that. And this will just help you just sail the ship. The seas just get calmer. It just happens. You'll find that your baseline of willpower, dopamine, everything, your drive, discipline begins to just raise and raise and raise. The longer you maintain this equilibrium, it just gets up and up. And this also goes along with your perceived general sense of well-being. And when this happens, trust me, this is when the healing begins for tinnitus. If you're doing Liam Boehm's advice, everything, okay? And I know it's difficult, and take it easy on yourself. This is another thing that I mean, is like, keep that baseline. This is when the healing begins, is when you can find this state of equilibrium. Maintain it for as long as possible, but know that if you swing off the path, just very gradually bring yourself back to the middle, and then you want to maintain this instead of this. Okay? So I've probably minced a lot of it. I don't think I've explained it okay. But if you have any questions regarding this, please just drop me a comment or something like that. I had a Discord, but I've since closed it just for now because I don't really know what I'm doing with it, to be honest. But if I grow some kind of like tinnitus audience, then I'll open up a Discord. So let me know if you'd like that as well. I am on Discord, so just leave me a comment and I'll drop my name. Just send me a message on there if you like, or put it in the comments if you're happy to share. But if it's something, and literally anything relating to tinnitus, please, I'm happy to help. Mindset related, anything. I've been at the really, I know how it feels. Like, trust me, I've been in the depths of fucking despair with it. Like, thinking this is for life. Oh my God, should I kill myself? Like, what can I do? Everyone thinks I'm a weirdo for following all this weird Liam Boehm advice. You lose friends. You feel weird in social situations. You've always got to wear earplugs. Noises hurt. You can't walk down the street. It gets tough. I know. So please reach out. I'm happy to just share any information free of charge. I'm not looking to sell you a course or anything like that. Trust me. For now. No, I'm joking. I'm more of a musician, so my tinnitus content is just purely to help you. And my music stuff is also purely to help musicians, but I will eventually monetize that. So yeah, I'm going on a tangent here. Just I hope you have a great day. Good luck maintaining mental equilibrium, and just rewatch this video. Skip the first part if you want. I'll leave some timestamps, and play it in 2x speed if you want. I find this really helps me digest information. If I watch it just a bit quicker and then a bit quicker, so you're not wasting time. So yeah, I'll leave it like that. Thank you. Take care.